Need to get a refresh on the Urban Arena. I got it, Glass. You see it? Yeah. Up with it. Oh, yeah. We got audio too. Yeah. Yeah, them lights are super cheap, bro. That's it. It's
What's up, JB? What's up, Big Q fam? Everybody out there on social media.
Man, what's up, bro? Just I'm getting over the sniffles myself, man. I'm here though.
Forgot to unmute my mic. It's always good to remember. I got so many buttons to push, but I'm glad everybody here to join us. Josh is in the building. He's watching it on YouTube and Twitch. What is going on with that? But I'm glad you're definitely taking care of that. I'm glad that the audio is working. We got we had an awesome show yesterday. We talked about, we gave a good idea of what the standings looked at the quarter mark of the NFL season. We got contenders and pretenders today. That's what we're gonna talk about. And JB, you got some explaining to do, for real. Glad you got a little bit of explaining to do too with your team. I'm in the category seat this week, okay? Because my team is doing okay. Not doing great, we're doing okay. But both of y'all got some explaining to do. But before we get into it, I want to thank everybody for checking us out and checking us out on social media, on the YouTube, on our Facebook page, and all that kind of stuff. Everybody who's been spreading the podcast that we've been putting up on the podcast stations, and me and Vernie's picks. Glass, I want everybody to know, and I want them to hear you say it. How about last week's picks?
All right, man. Just want to let everybody know who doesn't know about what's going on. Get With It Sports running a pick 'em or shut up league where we make our weekly picks, and lo and behold, I don't know how he did it after week 4. He won week 4.
You don't know how I did it.
I don't know. Not even pertaining to you. How these games went.
Right.
How you only missed 2 games. I have no understanding of it. But congratulations to our brother here, Big Q.
Yeah.
Winning week 4 to pick up shut up league with a 13-2 record.
So JB, I don't know if you've been listening to the TeamBoydTV Game Time podcast with me and Vernie B. Well, on the podcast, I'm developing this thing called Big Q's algorithm and NFL hypotenuse. That's what we talk about on the show. And it kicked in. It took 4 weeks to bake it up, right? I need to get all the information and put it in the pot. But I cashed in on it last week. Y'all fellas mad. I'm just saying it's all good.
No. The reason why I was mad, I wasn't even mad.
Yeah.
The reason why I put you on check is because I put it out every Tuesday.
Yeah. I mean,
the week is over.
I stepped on your toes a little bit.
You came at me on Sunday talking about, look at what I did.
I know, the games weren't even over yet. But it didn't matter though, JB. You know why? The games weren't over, but I had already dominated. So what was left to, wasn't nothing left to do but give me the crown, right? Right?
Oh, man.
Just saying, what you think about it, JB? You saw it. Oh, I can't hear you, JB.
You muted, JB.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, there you go. You had it for a second.
Hold on.
There you go. Oh.
Can't unmute this thing.
There you go.
Anyway,
you got it. Oh, you had it.
How about now?
Okay, there you go.
I'm just saying, you can't win nothing in 2 weeks, bro. You can't win nothing in a week. It's a marathon, man.
There you go. I was just about to say it. Let them know, man. Hey, congratulations. You won a week,
I did. I'm going to win next week, too. It's all good. But on to our main stories, man. JB, me and Glass, we touched on it briefly during the show yesterday. We talked briefly about the Raiders guy getting dismissed.
Vontaze Burfict.
Yes, Vontaze Burfict. We didn't get your take on it. Me and Vernon, we spoke on it on the podcast last night as well. You know the situation. First of all, let's do this because me and Glass and Vernon already gave our takes on it. When you saw the play and you saw how it went down this particular instance compared to all the other things, like Glass got this long list of transgressions committed by one Vontaze Burfict. And the question I had for Vernie last night on the podcast was, are we holding that list against him this time versus giving him a fair shake? Because this particular instance didn't seem as egregious as the stuff that we've seen from him before. And now they're throwing the book at him for the remainder of the season, which I think is going to be appealed and probably going to be rolled back to about 6 games. But anyway, what you think, bro?
Well, I mean, somebody was nice enough to put some compilation of his dirty hits together.
Oh, wow.
But granted, and this guy played in my division, so I understand. I've seen it up close. Some of them I was happy about. I found myself happy about, which is not cool. But The guy got a long story, checkered history with this type of stuff,
Yes.
and it's hard to. They done try to get his attention by hitting his wallet. They done gave him games. They done pretty much made him the dirtiest player in modern history right now. So you're making it the game already got 100% risk rate, and you got a guy out there putting people in ankle locks and suplexing people and sparing people. And I think he had Lev Bell. He ended one of Le'Veon Bell's seasons early one year.
And look, he came after my boy Cam too, so I get all that. The question though is okay, you saw the hit. Number one, what did you think about the hit? Was it the same level of nastiness that we see out of him? I think not. I also saw a little bit of remorse out of him. I saw him go and check on the guy, make sure it was okay, things that he never done before, realizing that maybe he slipped up a little bit and maybe pushed it to a certain level, and he was apologizing for it on field in the moment. We've never seen him do that before, and I ain't saying that excuses him, but I don't think you should hit him that hard either. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, you can. He out of all people should know better. You know, he was already on thin ice. He lucky to still be in the league, coming from where he came from and how he used to do stuff. It wasn't as bad as some of his previous stuff, but at the same time, with player safety and Ron Shazier and all this, you ain't about to get away with nothing, especially him. So it is what it is.
I guess so. All right, Glass, your main man, your boy, is in the process of filing a multiple of 9 grievances against the NFL for unpaid royalties and unpaid monies. Your boy Antonio Brown.
Oh man, I thought we was gonna get away with our
I thought we were too. So without really dwelling on it for a long amount of time, the situation is he feels like the Raiders owe him signing bonuses and some guarantees that he weren't able to get due to some clauses about the mispractices and the fines, which made it give them the situation to let him go, which, and I don't know the legality of it, but it nullified the monies or whatever. Mm-hmm. Then the whole situation in New England, where he actually played a game with them, received his game check, but no signing bonus and none of the guarantees that were promised to him. So, fellas, I'm just gonna ask: do you think he's gonna get any of this money that he's lobbying for? Whichever one of y'all want to go first.
Go ahead, JB.
I'm gonna keep it short and quick. I don't think he's gonna get anything. Just for the simple fact that you expecting these franchises to uphold their end, and you gave them absolutely zero. But a couple of frustrating moments. I don't know what they do for in-game bonuses for catching a touchdown or practices completed. You'll get that. I think that'll total up to that $185,000, whatever that is. He'll get what he deserves, and as far as the season goes, that's little to nothing.
Right. I think the total that he got, Glass, was after that one game. They gave him $283,333.
Okay.
Right. That was his check.
And he's looking for $9 million, correct?
Yes, absolutely. From the New England Patriots.
Right.
I ain't talking about what he think he's trying to get from the Oakland Raiders.
Let me just put it to you like this: with the Oakland Raiders, bruh, you didn't even make half the practices because you was crying about the helmets. Then you messed up your feet.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yes.
Number two, you made this video after you got released talking about I'm free, and you expect to get some money?
Oh, right.
So we're gonna keep everything free.
Yes.
You was over here for free. So that's with the Oakland Raiders.
Yes.
Right.
With the New England Patriots, he did play a game. He did catch a touchdown. Now I know how with the nuances in the legality of what's going on over there. I ain't saying he's gonna get the $9 million. He's gonna get something.
I think he got New England in a pickle. Yeah. I think he got them in a little bit of a pickle. Larry Brennan is in the building.
What a breeze.
He says that AB shouldn't get jack from nobody. But I think he got something on New England though.
Yeah,
he might be able to get something.
Contractually, the way they broke the story about what the length of the contract was, and what he's there for. You didn't complete any of that. He didn't even do a quarter of the season with the team. So it clearly states you get this guaranteed money when you do X, Y, Z. Right. He didn't do anything, not especially for Oakland.
I mean, I would think that the New England Patriots are smart enough to know when they signing people like, because they got a history of signing people like this, that they have ironclad, they got lawyers upon lawyers upon lawyers who look at this stuff. I think if he gonna get anything, he might be able to pin some money. He might be able to pin New England for something. I think Mike Mayock and Gruden and them are clear. But I think if he gonna get anything, he gonna get something from New England. But I don't know. It's gonna be tricky.
You know, I think the catch is that he didn't do nothing on the field or nothing egregious on the field.
Right.
So with them releasing him, they didn't have no reasons to release him. So that's the reason why he might have, like you said, Patriots in the pick.
Yeah. Well, that was that story. Now, JB, you weren't here last week.
Okay.
You weren't here last week. Me and Glass. Actually, none of us were here last week, but you weren't here the week before, right? So I gotta do this. Baker Mayfield shows up at your door, right? Is that what happened, or was it the other way around? Did y'all come to Baker's house?
Nah, he showed up.
Baker showed up at your door, dropped 40 on your front porch. Tell me about it.
First of all, Baker didn't do jack. Baker managed the game.
Okay.
All right. So Nick Chubb was the one that ran around my house.
Okay.
Listen, here's the thing. I'm not upset about this game.
Okay.
I mean, if you follow the AFC North, it's always, if we won or lost the game before the Steelers, you got to drop one of them games.
Right.
They're usually in the road to first go around. Okay, we dropped the game against the new look Cleveland Browns, which none of their new toys worked. It was a run. We had some errors on defense. Not to justify, Browns look good. Hope they continue to trend upward.
Yeah.
But that's not the game we got circled, and we got things to fix before we get to the one that matter, which is the one Sunday.
Okay, well, I feel you on that. Now, what me and Glass talked about was we looking at the week 4 or the quarter mark performances, and we had the Ravens on a weird trajectory. Kind of surprised everybody week 1 and 2. Didn't really know what to think. Then the Browns kind of had a slow start. The Steelers were not managing to do too much of anything, right? And we know the Bengals are the Bengals, right? So when we're looking at the division at the quarter mark, Glass, I'm a little bit confused of what to think, because I really thought this was going to be the Ravens thing, hands down. I thought I was going to run away with it. But it looked like Cleveland got something to say. What you think?
No, that ain't what you said. Because you said you drunk the Cleveland Browns Kool-Aid. So
He did.
No. Okay, so let me.
He was a Carolina Brown.
Wow, that is crazy.
That's
okay.
what you came out your mouth, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
No. So listen, that was a divisional breakdown time, right?
You was a Carolina Brown, bro.
Then the season started, and we saw Lamar Jackson drop what was that, 58 or whatever it was. Week 1, and then they did whatever they did on week 2. I'm like, okay, and then the Browns, obviously, week 1 and 2, they didn't do anything, right? So I know what I said before the season started, but after watching 4 weeks of football, my opinion has changed a little bit. Okay,
you can't flop
okay, ain't no such thing as a Carolina Brown. Okay,
you a Carolina Brown.
I'm looking at one right now.
no such thing.
Anyway, back to what you was asking. Like I told you before, the Cleveland Browns is almost like the Miami Heat when they had the big 3. They got their ass handed to them for the first 15 games, but then they got it together. I think the Browns going to be the same way. Now, with that being said, I do believe the Baltimore Ravens are the more solid, more complete team as of right now, but the Cleveland Browns have a chance to catch up and make it competitive.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, it's probably gonna be between Baltimore and I don't know. I know the trajectory of the Steelers got thrown off by the quarterback going down so early.
You know what though? I'll say this: the Browns were hobbled. They came into Baltimore with a lot of their players out. The safety was out. A lot of guys on defense was out. I think Greedy was out. T.J. Ward was out. They got a lot of guys that waiting to get back in the fold. So Cleveland they're gonna be formidable. We dropped the first one. They beat us in a major way, convincingly. Okay. So, but we're in divisional play. They about to be out of it. I think they got one more. Then they'll start playing like the NFC teams.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see.
We'll see.
They weak link still Freddie Kitchens and the quarterback.
I definitely agree. I don't know about. I like Baker Mayfield. He when I put all my I wouldn't go all in on Baker Mayfield. I wouldn't do that. But I don't think he is as big of an issue as the coach. You know what I'm saying? I think that is where most of it lie. Okay. So of course we know who the contenders are. The New England Patriots are still undefeated. They still had between them and the Dallas Cowboys, got the easiest start in NFL history I've ever seen in my life. Okay. So that's in the AFC East. And then you got the AFC West. Kansas City Chiefs barely got by Detroit last week, but they still are the lead in that division, right? NFC South is the New Orleans Saints at 3-1, who had a big game last week against the Dallas Cowboys, right? Knocked them off with a backup quarterback. Still leading. The NFC South is in a mess. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers running amok. Don't nobody know what they're going to do. If they're going to drop 55 one week or if the quarterback going to throw 5 interceptions one week. We don't have no idea. We have no idea what's going to happen with them.
You'll see.
Okay.
I'm telling you, man.
Okay.
55 on the reigning NFC champion.
Listen, man, it is what it is. I can't argue with it. I don't agree with it. I think it's one of the things that what you said about
right on your picking board.
What you said, I got him right on my picking board.
All right, so you believe too. You picked Atlanta to lose against Tennessee.
I mean, obviously, yeah.
Okay,
right. You know,
you picked yourself to beat the team that the Carolina Panthers played.
Houston, Texas. Yes, absolutely, right. Yes.
Hey, Glass, he would win them fluke weeks, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, and any other week, he would have been like
I said, a broke clock is right twice a day.
Well, that's what. See, I'm glad you brought that up because that's the way I feel about Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's the way I feel about them, right?
Ain't no way a sane person would pick Tampa Bay to roll in there and beat the Rams, bro.
No. Actually, you know what? That might be one of the games I got wrong. That might have been one of them winning. Because I don't. You're right. I don't think that. I'm pretty sure pretty much everybody in the league got that game wrong. I'm pretty sure.
You ain't gonna show no NFC South opponent any love on the win, especially if you got control of which one you want to pick to win.
Probably not. You probably got that part of the algorithm and the Hypotenuse figured out, right? But it's like,
glad you hear this stuff, man.
Hypotenuse.
Hey, he gonna run with it now since he went.
Oh yeah. It's a straight up hashtag now. Okay,
I'll write that down.
Yes, absolutely.
What you go 13 and what on the pick'em?
13-2.
Yeah, 13-2.
Oh man, he hot.
I think what it was. I think it was it Indy and Oakland that tripped me up, and LA and Tampa that tripped me up. So it was those two, right? And those were very very hard to predict. Okay, the NFC North, the Green Bay Packers are 3-1. I think. What does that division look like, Glass? I think the Bears are also
3-1.
Yes.
Lions are 2-1-1.
Yeah.
The Vikings are 2-2.
Well, they got problems in-house.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what does this look like for the NFC North? I'm gonna say it again, Glass. I really don't believe the Green Bay Packers are who was advertised right now.
Really?
I don't.
Nah, I don't believe it either.
I don't believe it. No, absolutely not.
I hope y'all right. Believe me, as a Chicagoan, I hope y'all right.
I don't.
But
I can't do it, man.
I think they came. You know, I could kind of agree with you guys. I think they came in. Everybody was shocked at how good this defense was running around the field. Now everybody got film on them.
Yeah.
Then again, they still have Aaron Rodgers over there, bro.
Right. They do. They do.
That don't mean nothing without a supporting cast, bro. And they dropping like flies.
And I think the quarterback situation in Chicago may have got a slight upgrade. It might be a little tiny upgrade. I'm just saying.
Chicagoans don't want to hear that. I agree with you.
It may be.
I've never been a Trubisky fan.
Y'all know I'm all about some Mitch, but you know what I mean. Like I need to see somebody push that offense, which we know that offense is pretty decent. We just ain't never seen nobody push the gas on it though. It's just the defense been running roughshod over everybody, and can't nobody seem to stop them.
I'm surprised Brandon ain't seen nothing yet.
Yeah,
he might not be listening.
Oh, he might not be listening right now. I don't know. But then, of course, we go to the NFC East. We got the Dallas Cowboys.
I just want to add this about Chicago. They are built for late in the year. December,
absolutely.
November, December type of football. Yes. They're gonna be they're gonna win that.
Yeah, because really, I think we got a problem in Minnesota right now. Something is off, right?
Yeah. So I think it's a mutiny against Kurt.
Something is clearly going on, right?
Wide receivers are not happy with him.
Right, and Detroit can't get out of their own way. So I don't completely wrote them off. Now, they did give Kansas City a run for their money. I was a little bit surprised at the performance that week, but can we count on that every week? I don't know.
They just won a couple big games in a row. I mean, they was in the Kansas City game.
That was in the Kansas City game, but I think they only won 2 games, and they haven't. And technically, they haven't lost a game yet. I don't think.
Okay.
No. Technically, they haven't won a game yet.
Who?
They 0-2-1, right? 0-2-1.
Who?
No, Detroit has beat.
No, Detroit is 2-1-1.
2-1-1. Okay, so it's Arizona that's 0-2-1.
Right.
Okay, I got you.
3-1.
3-1.
So who was the game? What was the games that Detroit? They won some pretty. They won a game that they weren't supposed to win already, or that wasn't counted in to win.
Yeah, I can't remember which one it was.
So they trending upward.
This is the one that me and Glass we kind of had a disagreement on this, and I don't think it done changed yet. I tried to convince Vernie last night, but she didn't buy it. NFC East, right? Dallas Cowboys, which I don't think. Look, we know that the Dallas Cowboys had a nice little setup. We talked about it plenty of times. They probably gonna win. You know, the first 6, they're probably only gonna lose one. They already lost the one in New Orleans, right?
Don't say it, Big Q.
Here it come, right? Well, there's Philly, right? There's Philly who rounding back into form. But the thing that, JB, I want to get your take on, because y'all wrote the New York Giants completely out of this narrative. Y'all wrote them out. Eli was like, they benching Eli, they bringing in Daniel Jones. It's over for the Giants. 2 weeks later, the Giants sitting at 2-2, which is the same record as the Philadelphia Eagles, if I'm not mistaken, right? Mm-hmm. So they're only one game back from the Dallas Cowboys, who are the division leaders right now. So I asked you, JB, because I already gave my take on it. I think the Giants got something cooking. I ain't saying they're gonna win the division. I'm just saying Dallas ain't the clear leader. That's what I'm saying.
Only because there's the Philly Eagles, the reason why they ain't the clear leader. Right. But I'm not believing in no Daniel Jones, Gardner Minshew, Kyle Allen. That's garbage. It's a quarter of the season. Based on last week, I can see the clear agenda by the NFL. Heck no, hell no. I don't believe in none of that garbage. I think it's
really.
None of it.
Let me clarify some things for you real quick, JB. I know you're an astute student of the game, and I really don't have to say this to you, but I'm gonna do it anyway because it's on the show. JW is in the comment section. He says, "Do you think Daniel Jones is a real deal?" I'm getting ready to answer that question. So let's look at Kyle Allen. Let's look at Gardner Minshew. Let's look at Daniel Jones. What have all 3 of those quarterbacks done in the last 2 weeks?
Beat below average, mediocre teams. That's it. And they turned the ball over multiple times in those wins.
Kyle Allen.
Counterfeit, bruh.
He beat the Houston Texans.
Counterfeit.
Okay, not by a whole lot of touchdowns, but whatever the case may be, it is what it is. Daniel Jones, right? Last 2 weeks, Glass, he won.
Counterfeit.
Gardner Minshew. He's won, bro.
It's a couple more out there that I need to throw in the trash. It's the same old junk. Matt Flynn garbage 4 years ago is the same old garbage, man.
Look, I think you need to open your eyes a little bit, bro.
Nah, bro.
Actually, Nick Foles might be in trouble down in Jacksonville. I'm gonna go ahead and say it.
I ain't buying it, man.
Look, the city done got behind Gardner, right? They like Uncle Rico.
They have no choice.
They like Uncle Rico there. New York done got on the bandwagon with DJ.
The Eli clone, Daniel Jones.
Hey, look, I'm just saying. And look, the talk around here already about your boy Kyle Allen. So I ain't even gonna get into that now. I mean, it ain't no controversy about him and Cam. It ain't nothing like that. But it's just
you don't usually win an NFL game if you turn it over 5 times by yourself. Only last time person pulled something like that off.
You know what? You out of all people talking about something like that when your boy, the dude who you sing his song every week, he does it on a regular basis. Jameis Winston.
Hey, he put 55 up. Listen, he ain't a new breed. He ain't somebody new. The guy's a proven quarterback. He's a good quarterback.
Wow.
It's better than all that other trash that you trying to give props.
Look at 6 ring check Parks. He says, "Oh Lord, Big Q, believing the Giants would do something, it's like believing Tekashi 6ix9ine was a real blood." Listen, man.
There you go.
Whoa.
Thank you. Whoever made that statement, applause, bro.
Man, thumbs up to you.
Did DJ not win 2 games in a row when y'all thought he was going to lose?
You better quit.
First of all, has he lost yet? Has Kyle Allen lost yet? Has Gardner Minshew lost yet? None of them has lost yet.
You said yet, and you better quit smoking that hypotenuse or whatever that is.
I'm just saying, y'all all stuck on these big names, man. Like, it's
wait a minute. Wait.
Dudes out there that are hungry, bro. They hungry.
Bruh. Who would you rather have, Nick Foles or Uncle Rico? Who would you rather have?
We talking about body
or Kyle Allen?
We talking about body of work versus dudes who ain't got no reps.
Okay, body of work. How long y'all had Cam Newton? How long y'all
8 years, something like that.
How long you had Cal Allen?
This is the first season.
Weeks.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying, man.
And they foaming at the mouth, man.
They are supposed to be doing holding the ship afloat until they come back.
Yeah. What about Daniel Jones? He ain't holding. He's taking the reins. That's his car now.
That Daniel Jones is doing a great job.
Yeah.
It's only 2 games in.
Okay.
Who they playing next week? I'm looking it up right now.
Loss. It don't matter. That turner, he'll get him.
Y'all guys ain't got no hope.
Once people get a film on them, everything goes.
JB, I didn't hear you singing a song last year when it was filtering in Lamar Jackson. You was like, oh yeah,
because you can ask Glass. You can ask Glass. Flacco is garbage. He asked Glass.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got a bill of lading, man.
I would have took Minshew, Jones, or Kyle and over. Hey, I didn't know that cat ain't never been to the Pro Bowl. Never had a Pro Bowl
season. How quickly people go sour. It's terrible. Park says Big Q stay off the week.
Yeah, you go sour if you undefeated. If you haven't won the game. Yeah, I'm ticked.
It's terrible. You guys need to.
John Elway got.
We 4 weeks into the 100th season of NFL, and you guys are on this traditional stuff. It's 100 years later, bro. It's new. It's time for new stuff to start.
We are 0-4, bro. I don't give a damn if it's 10 years, 20 years, 100 years.
Okay, well, here we go, JB. We're gonna go ahead and do this. We talked about the contenders, which I think we kind of all, except for like maybe Dallas. I think we all got questions about Dallas. Maybe I got questions about Green Bay. JB, you do too. I don't think Glassy like Green Bay. We all agreed with New Orleans in the South, Kansas City out west, and the Patriots in the East, right? So that's good. Now let's talk about the pretenders. Now they got the Cleveland Browns here in the AFC North at 2-2. I don't think they're pretenders. I think they're some bona fide contenders in that division. I mean, you got the big bad Baltimore Ravens, who they already done knocked off. That's the only threat you got. They already done beat them down one time.
Man, so what is that? I'm glad you think the season is just 4 weeks, man.
Well, that's not what I'm saying.
That's the same man who think he won the Pick'em League because he had one good week.
Wow, y'all
garbage quarterbacks won 2 games, and that's the season. Man, okay.
Well, okay, so you don't think the Cleveland Browns they not nowhere near being a contender?
Okay, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
If Cam Newton had Odell, Jarvis Landry, and Joku and that defense, you think Cam would be undefeated right now, right?
Probably, more than likely.
Okay. So as long as you got Freddie Kitchens and that one Johnny Manziel 2.0, you won't win a lot of games, bro.
Wow, that is.
Okay. And that ain't Cleveland hate. That's just facts. You look at it.
Definitely not a fan.
The way the Ravens was playing on Sunday, they should have had more than 40.
Definitely not a fan.
And he wasn't a part of the reason they had 40 points. It was all Nick Chubb.
Okay, so Larry Brennan came back. He says, "Give it time, guys. That offense will show its worth."
Talking about Mitchell Trubisky.
Oh, okay. I think I'm a Mitch fan. So JB is keeping the Cleveland Browns in a pretender column. Glass. What about you?
Who the Cleveland Browns?
Yes,
they got potential to be contenders. I got to see what Freddie Kitchen gonna cook up because he had, like I said many times, if a cook could get the ingredients, but if the cook can't cook, it doesn't matter.
And it's not happening.
Okay,
they got potential. I'll put it like that.
Look, I know we're 4 weeks in, right? But it's still a lot of football left to play. And I'm just saying, people are starting to show. I think we got enough information on people. 4 weeks is good enough sample size.
This is what I will do. I'm gonna give props to the Buffalo Bills.
There you go. That was my next
I think
team.
the Buffalo Bills
3-1
hurt a lot of teams thinking they could check that game off.
Absolutely.
On their schedule.
Yes,
absolutely. When we did this show last night, we did our picks last night. I made a declaration about the Buffalo Bills, and I'm gonna stand to it this week, and we're gonna see how it pays out. Okay.
Do you think San Francisco is fraud?
I do.
We're gonna find out because their next 7 is pretty bad.
Yes, yeah. I believe that the San Francisco 49ers are a product of their schedule, right? Mm-hmm. And this things is falling their way. But just like I believe the Packers, same thing about the Packers, right? I believe the same thing about them. Park says Mayfield is a no-show in the fourth quarter. Josh said the Bills scared me this week. Yeah, they should, because for Patriots fans, especially Patriots fans who are younger than 30 years old, the Bills should scare you.
Hey, they should have had that block kick.
Yes.
Go up for that kick and that one pop-up interception. we'll be talking about all the aficionados and the hypotenuses will be different right now.
Brandon says Cleveland can't contend with that offensive line.
There you go.
The offensive line is a little bit trash. Okay, it's a little bit okay. Yeah, the offensive line needs some work. Okay, but listen, they've shown flashes and potential. And look, as part of the algorithm and the hashtag hypotenuse that we're using and implementing at TeamBoydTV this year,
let me write this down.
I'm just saying they fall right into the win category for your boy Big Q. That's all I'm saying. And Park say I'm on the weed. My name ain't Josh Gordon. No, I'm good. Right?
This is what happens, Glass, when I'm not around for a couple weeks.
Yeah, see what I'm saying?
I try to keep it under control, but
right. You can't blame the man's or nothing like that this time. It's just me using his brain, bro, and paying attention to the game. Okay. They say that the AFC South has some pretenders in the Houston Texans. Now, if we look at the division, that division is like everybody is mediocre there, right? Everybody got the same record. Is that right?
Yeah, correct. It's a log jam, 2-2.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know who you can tell who's a contender, who's a pretender. JB, who you?
Well, you don't know who's gonna show up for what week. I mean, look, Atlanta just got smoked by Tennessee. They get beat by a lowly team the week right before that. Jacksonville beat them the week before that.
And I think Tennessee opened up the season beating the brakes off somebody. I forget who it was.
The Browns.
Yeah, the Browns, right. Yeah, right.
And then you'll see Jacoby Brissett and the Colts. They start out hot, and then they get smoked by some other team that really don't match up well. Yeah. We don't know what the hell's going on with how it's going on in Jacksonville. They got a new life energy somewhere all of a sudden.
All of a sudden, man. I don't know. I definitely don't. I don't really favor one of the, like if I had to put money on one of these teams, showing up and causing havoc later on in the season. If I had to pick one of them, who would it be? It'd probably be.
I don't know.
I don't know. I was gonna say who would it be? I don't know.
Yeah, I would pick the Texans, but the Texans got an issue. Offensive line, they can't even keep their quarterback protected.
Right. Yeah.
How many sacks he has? He has what, 19 sacks or something like that?
Right. Yeah.
It's like it's hard to pick. The Titans, they Jekyll and Hyde. They'll beat the teams that they.
I don't trust the Titans at all. I don't trust them at all.
You can't trust them on the pick against them either.
No, they throw my picks off every week. Yeah. That one ain't figured out yet. If I figure the Titans out, I think I might be able to run the table.
I'm gonna say the Indianapolis Colts.
I'll say the Colts too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Based on team structure, they may have a weak link at quarterback. No Andrew Luck, but they got an offensive line. They play pretty good defense.
They got a pretty good head coach.
Right. So I'd say them as far as a safe bet coming out of that division.
All right, and then last but not least, out in the West, they say that the San Francisco 49ers are pretenders. I tend to agree. But when you look at it as a whole, can we really? What's the stock price on the Rams after what happened in Tampa, and what's the stock price on the Seahawks? I think the Seahawks are still the class of that division right now, even though they're not playing their best football this season. I think they're struggling in a lot of areas, but at the same time, the 49ers definitely are not what people think they are. And we're gonna see they're coming off this bye this week, and they're gonna get smacked right in the mouth. Right?
With the Browns?
Hey, I don't know how many times y'all want me to say it. I don't know what you do you need to check the hypotenuse?
I'm buying San Francisco football for 2 more weeks, man.
Really? Okay. So you're saying 5-0.
For 2 more weeks, I'm buying San Francisco football. I didn't stop.
Oh, no.
I can agree with that.
Oh, no about that. Cleveland can't contend with okay. She said it with the offense line. Okay, so that was the contenders and pretenders at the quarter mark. We'll do this again in about 4 weeks, right?
You don't like P. Revs and they definitely.
No, I mean, look, I know what we said at the beginning of the season, and I really we know how the Chargers do. They don't like to make it easy. They don't like to jump out and have a lead on nobody. They want to stay in the thick of it and make it interesting, and we'll see what happens at the end of the season. And that's the reason why they can't really advance to where they want to, because they don't know how.
You don't like the Jets kind of sneaking around?
I don't like the Jets sneaking around.
None of them teams will make it out of the AFC.
No.
So no.
The Bills, though, I'm intrigued by them, though. And that's one team that got me intrigued, especially in that division with the Patriots. I think the first team to knock the Patriots off, though, might be the Bills.
They got to see him again. That's for sure.
So it might be them. So, but I mean, I don't know who else.
Be Siberia, in America up there when they play them.
Right. Okay. So let's put a bow on this baby. Glass, what you got for us this week, sir?
All right, man. I got 5 games on the docket. The first one is, of course, this Thursday, tomorrow night. We got the 3-1 Los Angeles Rams going up to CenturyLink Field to play the 3-1 Seattle Seahawks. We got an NFC West divisional game.
What I was talking about, JB, they come off that bye and they go up against the Seahawks, right? And like I said, the Seahawks ain't blowing nobody away, right? And
come off that. No. Los Angeles Rams, man.
Oh, you said Rams?
Yeah.
Oh, you said the four. Okay, so the Rams. So the Rams licking their wounds though.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? And I think And after seeing what I saw in Tampa, I'm gonna say they're gonna take another L. Right.
Back to back, huh?
Yes, absolutely. I'm going with the Seattle Seahawks. All right, JB, where you at on it?
I don't know if y'all noticed, but all Sunday, no home team won.
Yes.
If you look at the Thursday night games, all the home teams win.
Yeah.
And that is a long-standing trend with the Thursday night games. The home team always win. Okay, so
used to be by
right, and following that trend. If I'm a betting man, I'm taking the Seahawks in this one too. Now and then, the fallout of people talking about how stale the quarterback is there, and Sean McVay finally getting some negative press. I think it's warranted.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially after Cleveland. I mean, after Tampa. Yeah. Yes, definitely. Right.
Damn, JB, talking about algorithm and hot pot news.
Yeah.
Anyway, I agree with you guys. Los Angeles Rams, Jeff, what's his name? Goff is not playing up to par at all, and I like what I see in Russell Wilson. I like what I didn't expect with the Seahawks being 3-1 at this point in time, so I think it's gonna keep rolling. I'm gonna pick the Seahawks over the Rams.
All right, Brock is in the building. What's going on, Brock? What's happening, homie? Glad you was able to join the show. All right, Glass, where we going next?
Next up, we got the 3-1 Green Bay Packers going up to AT&T Stadium to play the 3-1 Dallas Cowboys.
Wow.
Both of them look at their wounds. They lost their first games in week 1.
So I don't know about this one, JB. What you think? What you think?
Who is it again?
Green Bay Packers, Dallas Cowboys.
That's a possible playoff game at some point. I like Dallas. This is it. This is in Arlington.
Yes.
I'm gonna take Dallas. They play better. I mean, they say that the Packers got some form of defense. I don't buy it. I like Dallas's defense against, even though they look lowly against Bridgewater. I like Dallas as a whole against Bridgewater.
You know what? I believe, Glass. I believe that that Sean Payton rolled out the blueprint. I mean, it's like it ain't like it's secret. We know what it is with the Dallas Cowboys. Keep Zeke under 80 yards, and you're probably gonna win the game.
I don't think Green Bay gonna be able to do that.
Yeah, and that's what I'm kind of afraid of, right? So their run defense is a little. I don't know. I think Zeke probably gonna have a big day, especially because he couldn't do nothing last week, and because he probably feel like he contributed more to the loss than anything else. I think the Cowboys play with a little bit of chip on their shoulder. They bounce back, and I just don't think that the Packers got enough to pull this one out. But if they want to win this game, they better tighten up their run defense, shut down Zeke, and make Dak beat you from the pocket.
I guarantee you this though: if they win this game against Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, it don't matter what status the Packers are. That star gonna be every damn way you look.
You know what I'm saying? I think they get a dub here though, Glass. What you got?
All right, man. I got the Cowboys winning it. They playing at home. I am impressed with shockingly impressed with what I see with the Green Bay Packers, but just like JB said, their injuries are piling up. I don't know if Devontae Adams, they top offensive player. I don't know if he's gonna be playing. I think he did something to his foot, ankle.
Yep.
Aaron Rodgers can't do it all, especially at AT&T Stadium. So I think Dak Prescott, know how to manage the game. He did a great job at the end of this last game when they played the Saints.
Yeah.
Try to bring it up the field. I like to see that. So with that being said, and like I said, they're gonna have to the run game is gonna be efficient over here with Ezekiel. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick the Cowboys.
Which will give you Cooper, which will give you Jason Witten.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
If the run game works, that's just how Dallas is built.
Yeah,
I've seen that, and all they win by 2 possessions or more. Witten, Cooper, and everybody else get involved. Even the Prescott run up to for a first down, maybe touchdown. That's just how it works.
Yeah, Brock said he need a Cowboy win. I don't know why you need a Cowboy win, but okay. Okay, all right.
Hey, okay. All right, man. Next up, we got the AFC North Divisional game. JB's Baltimore Ravens, that's 2-2, going into Heinz Field to play the 1-3 Pittsburgh Steelers.
Ooh, wow. So this should be look on paper. This should be an easy game for the rest. So the Ravens on the road again.
Yep.
Right.
So you know what? I mean I can't pick the Steelers in this game. I can't do that. That would be foolish. That would go against the hypotenuse, right? Right.
Whatever the hell that is.
right.
I'm just saying. So I don't know. I just think that the Steelers on a downward trend right now, man. Like
they just won a game though.
They just won a game. Just 4 weeks in, they just won. Everybody
and then they didn't win convincingly. They only won 27-3.
Right. Yeah.
They only had one ball thrown more than 40 yards in that whole game.
And I think, Tomlin is scrambling right now trying to prove, that he been the brain of this operation since the beginning. Trying to get a couple wins under his belt without Ben. But I don't know. I don't think it's enough, man. The Ravens has got a lot of firepower, man. And if they jump out on them, I don't think the Steelers are gonna be able to catch up. I got the Ravens to bounce back this week. Glass, where you at?
All right, man. JB, your team better show up, man. I'm putting all my chips in the middle of the table. I am impressed, not only with Lamar Jackson and his accuracy, but I'm also impressed with Mark Ingram, his running game. His running game is legit. With that being said, James Conner, on the other hand, is not playing up to par like I think he should. And Mason Rudolph, he's managing the game the best he can.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's in Pittsburgh, but I like Lamar Jackson. I like Mark Ingram. They're going to keep it on the ground and pound. I'm going to go with the Ravens.
Yeah, I like the Ravens in this one too. All right, cool.
All right, hold on. Let me say, I just want to say they put up 27 points against a 0-4 team or 0-3 team. They didn't look efficient unless it was some type of, they trying to show something on national TV at the Sunday Night Football, knowing they got us next. They're trying to show us something else, but they show plays that they will attack the edge. That's what Nick Chubb got us at. So they trying to show that they gonna have plays designed for the edge, and if we ain't ready, they're gonna run all over us too. But I'm still picking my squad over them because I feel like we're better than them and the Bengals. So
yeah, absolutely. Bengals, man. I don't even know when they're gonna pick up their first win. We was talking about that. Me and Glass talking about it the other day. I mean, they play the Cardinals this week, so you know what I'm saying. So
enough said.
There you go.
All right, man. Next up, NFC South Divisional game. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as 2-2 going up to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome to play the 3-1 New Orleans Saints. Tampa Bay could do it.
Tampa Bay can do it. That's the part that just bugging me out right now. It's almost like you would think that after that gutsy performance against the Cowboys last week, that the Saints would be ready to do it. I just don't know. I don't know, man. That offense definitely looks a lot different without Breeze being behind center. But man, we saw how much work Kamara got last week, though.
Yeah,
got a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
And he was pretty effective too. So, and they going into I can't see Winston dropping no 55 points again ever in his life ever again. You know what I mean?
No disrespect, JB. I know you're a Jameis Winston fan, but Chris Godwin and Mike Evans make him look good.
Absolutely.
Of course.
And with that being said, I don't know if the Saints secondary is going to be able to hold both of them down. See, that's the scary part right there.
Yeah.
All Jameis got to do is throw the ball out. They'll go get it.
But you know what, JB? Teddy Bridgewater and Sean Payton and Alvin Kamara did the smart thing against Dallas last week. They just kept the ball all game. And that way, Winston and them big ass wide receivers can't hurt you if they're on the bench, right? You know what? Now that I think about it, I like the game plan from last week. I think they can use that same type of game plan in Tampa and slow down whatever quote unquote high powered offense that Tampa think they got and slow it down. You know what? I'm going with the Saints. All right, JB, where you at?
If they can hold the Dallas Cowboys to 6 points with Zeke and Cooper and Witten, Witten been finding holes in zone defense his whole career. They couldn't do it against the New Orleans Saints defense. Jameis Winston try to go for 55 against New Orleans defense, he'll throw a lot of picks.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I feel like that's what's going to happen, so I'm picking the Saints.
There you go.
All right. This is what I'm going to say, y'all. Like I said, I'm not a Jameis Winston fan, but he's 5th in the league in passing yards.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah, but he lead the league in turnovers and interceptions right now.
Okay, but then again, are we that sure about the Saints secondary to hold them down?
They only gave Dallas 6 points. No offensive touchdowns, bro.
All right, cool. Well, you know what? Since you talked me into it, I'm gonna go with the Saints. But I'm not gonna put a high number on the Saints. My confidence level on the Saints is not that high, even though they're playing at home. It got to be Alvin Kamara got to show up. Mike Thomas got to show up.
Yeah.
I think Teddy Bridgewater's gonna do a good job, but it's gonna be a close game. There ain't gonna be no blowout.
Yeah, Teddy. I want to see him play more like he played in Minnesota, where he actually just like they let him off the leash. He was being real conservative last week, you know.
I think that's gonna change. I think I give Sean Payton a little credit. I think this gonna be that game where he's gonna just let him go. I'm sorry, gonna say let him go.
Yeah, I hope so.
Well, if they go up by a possession or two late, he definitely gonna start, trying to look for something big.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that it?
All right, last game.
Oh, okay.
Cleveland Browns 2-2 going up to Levi Stadium and play the undefeated San Francisco 49ers. Is this that game?
This is that game. This is that game where the Garoppolos get exposed. This is the game where all the 49ers faithful, and look, I see you, C. McCarver. I see you, Diego Barishnikov. I see y'all. I see y'all, and I understand that y'all feeling it right now. I seen the videos. I seen the posts. I seen it. But trust me, trust and believe. Baker Mayfield and the boys get ready to show you something. And I'm gonna stand by it, Glass. I'm gonna stand by it.
What you got, JB?
I'm buying San Francisco stock for 2 more weeks, bro.
You did say that.
That's right. I'm going San Francisco. Double 2 possession win. No problem. No problem.
All right, man. I was gonna pick the 49ers, but I seen what Nick Chubb did to JB's Ravens last week.
Yeah.
He's not gonna have another game
Nick
like
Chubb
that.
is let me see, 4th in rushing yards, 3rd in rushing touchdown. That defense, I'm giving Myles Garrett some credit in that defense. Dude, I think the Browns gonna change it and go up in there and get that win. Sorry, Diego. Sorry, McCarver. I got the Browns going up in there and getting the win and giving the 49ers their first loss.
Yes.
Nah.
Yes.
Won't be them.
It is gonna be them, JB.
You ain't going way out west with you got what made Nick Chubb the rushing leader that one game Sunday? He had an 88-yarder, 46-yarder, 2 touchdowns. Come on. Stop, man.
Damn.
Don't tell me you on the hot pot news now, my Glass.
Yes.
You got your nerve. What you just pull out about 3 games ago, talking about what was it, Thursday night football and Monday night football?
It's facts, though. That's real. That's
real. Algorithms.
See, that was an algorithm. See,
that's algorithm.
He pulled the algorithm out of his ass,
that's
right?
Fair. I don't want you to come off your pick because that's helping me. Steve McCarver's in the pick league also. He's hoping, he's grinning right now that you made this pick, man.
So Ravens Red Zone is in the chat. He says, this is the battle to see which QB would throw the most interceptions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that too. But you know what, though? It won't be your boy Baker. No, it won't be Baker.
Okay.
It won't be Baker. It's going to be Garoppolo.
This is the 4:00 game, West Coast game, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to definitely heat you up on Twitter, bro.
Oh, you do it. Do it.
When Jimmy G light him up, we'll see.
Listen,
I definitely got to troll Cleveland Browns fan.
So after this week, what I'm going to do is, after I smash it, the picks this week, I'm going to reveal the algorithm and the hypotenuse. I'm going to put the math on Twitter so all y'all can see it. And people can quit looking at me like I'm crazy. Okay? So after I smash it this week, guys, look on social media for the Big Q TeamBoydTV algorithm on how to pick games. I'm going to post it. Yeah.
That ain't gonna be garbage this week. Ain't gonna be He gonna start it out by missing tomorrow night's game. Bad.
The Thursday night game always tripped me up, but you know what? I got it right last week, and that paved the way. So I figure if I can figure, that's step 1 of the algorithm. Figure out the Thursday night game. If you can figure out the Thursday night game, you're good. You know what I'm saying? So
who won last Thursday night? Philadelphia.
Yeah,
Where they was playing at?
Oh, I think they're playing in Philly.
Okay.
Yeah.
The court rest. You
Okay.
can put your algorithm hypotenuse.
Oh, because your algorithm is about the Thursday night home team.
Just saying, man. Just saying.
Anyway, good show as always. Glad to have you back, JB.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to see you come back and come in with your brand of commentary. Gladys, it's always been a pleasure, man. You know, we had a good show yesterday. I thought we had a good show. I want to thank everybody for joining us, even the ones who came late. Ravens Red Zone. 6
Shout out to Ravens Red Zone, man. They don't make their stuff public no more. I don't know.
They used to be everywhere.
Used to just pop up as recommended video. I think y'all probably don't make videos as frequent as you used to.
Probably not. I haven't seen them. I just saw that they subscribed to the channel like a couple weeks ago. Everybody on Facebook, definitely appreciate Brandon and Brock and everybody over there checking us out. If you guys are watching on Facebook and you want to be part of the conversation if you guys are watching on YouTube and you want to be a part of the conversation, on Facebook, we do have an Urban Arena group over there. Go to facebook.com/Urban Arena Group. Join the conversation over there. We got a lot of sports topics popping over there, along with our podcasts and stuff like that. Glass, go ahead and put yourself over for the fans.
All right, man. People out there, we appreciate you guys joining us. To my partner in crime, Brandon, appreciate you locking in on the show. If you don't catch me here with my brothers right here, JB, Big Q on TeamBoydTV Live and TeamBoydTV Fallout. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Sage of Sports.
Yeah.
On Twitter, Sage of Sports 1. Email me at thesageofsports@gmail.com. Shout out to all the Urban Arena affiliates.
Yeah.
AA Sports, Straight Sports No Chaser.
Hey, now.
With Diego Baryshnikov and Uncle Hate. Check them out. I think they're on episode 192. They're about to hit 200. They're the most efficient and consistent brothers out there when it comes to talking sports. Congrats. And that's about it, bros.
Yeah, again, like I said, JB, it was glad to have you back, you know, and all that kind of stuff. Go ahead and put yourself over for the fans.
All right, man. Shout out to everybody who was in the comments, came in, checked us out. Glad to be back. 2 weeks off. I was under the weather. And nobody sent me any get well shit.
No, we don't do that.
Not even you, Q.
No.
We're too manly for that BS.
Absolutely.
What's happening? I appreciate the warm welcome back, though. Anyway, shout out to the Carolina Browns and the algorithm.
Wow.
This new
algorithm and hypotenuse.
Yeah, it's new too. They don't glued in since I've been out, which is ridiculous. I call it cheating. That's some kind of patriot nonsense right there. Anyway, you can always find me here on live consistently now. We up and on Twitter as the Raven Show.
Yes. And again, I want to thank everybody for coming and joining us. We have fun on this show every single week. Still trying to grow our audience. If you guys enjoy the show, share it with somebody, man. Recommend the video to somebody. But hey, look, these 3 guys were here on TeamBoydTV Live. They're doing their thing. Give us a good review on the podcast. If you listen to us on the podcast and all that good stuff. Until next week, for the fellas, I'm your boy Big Q. You can follow me on Twitter at TeamBoydTV. And we will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.